So, Bill, you said online or out loud last time that you were going to buy 10
healing potions.
Okay, that's a third of our budget. That's 300 gold. I'm just saying, if you're going to use them. Okay.
Well, I'm
I
probably
cast
not
heal
going to use
spells.
as many as you are, but
I don't think Og's got any fire stuff.
you know what, Brad? I won't buy 10. I'll buy 3.
Okay.
How much money does the party have?
We've got 929 gold, 40 silver, 1 copper for some reason. I just didn't delete it.
It's just how it works out.
Just throw it in the ground when we're walking out of the city.
Yeah.
I just feel like a 6th level party should have been given more treasure and loot along the way.
I don't think we've been skimming enough off the top during the
I think
Kingdom
that's
Tours,
a
to be honest.
failing of the GM. If
I don't
had to
think you
classify
guys
it.
have been recording everything that you've been given, and I don't think you've been selling off items that you're not using.
We have.
We definitely have not been selling anything.
Yeah, we have. This is all like the only thing we haven't sold is what was in Cartala's loot, which is there's a lot
I don't
there.
know how much a 5th level party should have. Let me Google this. You guys are right around on target. A level 5 PC ought to have 270 gold pieces worth of gear.
Now,
We
this may be
have-
because I don't log things properly in Path Builder, but I don't have near that much gear or gold.
Well,
The gold's a communal. Every time
in
that we
addition to all the gear, you also have 900 gold on top of that.
Right, yeah. Every time that we get gear or gold, I write it down and then sell off the mundane stuff, and then like the gems and silver rings and shit, sell those immediately.
I apologize. What I did was I lobbed a bomb at you. I lobbed it at you and then didn't even think about it. Of course you've been accurately maintaining the loot. And if we were to audit you with generative AI, I'm sure it would be totally accurate.
It'd be within
Mike.
a couple platinum.
Platinum.
Hey, I can't
Yeah,
find
when each tier of coin is an order of magnitude.
I like to think that somewhere there's a Senate where there's a senator that stands up that screams about the national debt and platinum, just to rile up their base. Like, I think that's a
We
fun.
should go back to the platinum
Exactly,
standard.
the platinum standard, and yeah.
Well, I don't understand like why they keep like throwing copper at us. Like, really?
I know.
Are you fucking kidding
Yeah.
me?
Just-
I don't know.
It's degrading a little bit. It's kind of insulting, right?
It's like sometimes the loot will be like 2 gold, 1 platinum, and 367 copper.
I
What?
know, yeah. I don't know. Because someone in Galarian wanted to pay his landlord in pennies.
He's collecting old coppers.
Because copper is used by the peasants, silver is used by the tradespeople, gold is used for big land transactions, and
Big
platinum
land
is used by
transactions.
governments.
Yes.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Anyway, if you guys buy anything, just try to keep it under 300-400 gold, and just let me know, and I'll take it off the side.
Bill?
Also, I'm not buying anything anymore.
Or you could just protest and refuse to play along too. That would be an option.
I don't buy anything. I don't need anything.
This dovetails into our downtime discussion. I mean, you guys know you're fixing to march on a troll stronghold.
Yep.
Yeah.
So fire and acid are important.
Yep.
What are your downtime preparations?
So I think people wanted flaming runes on weapons. So
Yeah.
It's a level 8 rune.
fire, flaming?
Is it flaming?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
I think
it's
we're
500
overthinking this
gold.
fire thing. We need like fire once.
That's why I was looking at like some kind of acid arrow thing.
yeah.
Mitch can explode every combat, which is an AoE. I can make
Beautiful.
a fuck ton of alchemical bombs and pass them out. We're all marshals except for Sirio.
Oof.
I can cast 7
You can
different
cast
fire
fireballs.
spells.
Yeah, we're good.
The flaming rune is an 8th level property rune, and it is 500 gold pieces.
Yeah, that's what I said.
etch.
That's why I was like, we're not going to get that.
Build those
Let's
elementals
just go
that,
kill some trolls.
Unless we have one on a cold iron Roka sword.
which we do.
Ooh.
Yeah. Horst's sword has the flaming rune.
Maybe if I drop it on a troll, it would actually hit him.
You could drop it on the troll. Yeah.
Just throw it to me. I'll swing it and then hand it back to you.
So are you guys thinking about then packing alchemical bombs then as well?
Let's each have 2 of those on us.
Everyone carry their Tomb Raider torch.
Torches. Yep.
2 alchemical bombs. I think we're good with. I mean, if Sirio can do even just flaming hands, or that's all we need.
Cantrip.
Right? I mean, it's just
Yeah, he's got cantrips that can burn
So
shit.
we're good.
Yeah.
You've got
the
alchemical bombs, right?
I've had that recipe for ever since I think that was level 3 that I took alchemical crafting. So that was one of the first things that I learned.
How many, like we're doing a troll dungeon. I think we should have more than 2 each. Because we're probably not going to be able to rest once we get in there because that's just how it goes.
Valid.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't want to burn all Chris's major spells.
Sure, no,
saving our asses.
There's cantrips. I mean, my thought with the troll, like you can hit him with fire, but like next round he starts regenerating again. So I think it's a deal that you bring him down and then you hit him with fire or acid. Like it doesn't matter if you mix it in between. Like it's when he's down to 0 HP that you've got to kill that rejuvenation.
Yeah, and it stops the rejuvenation for that round. Yeah. So it's not like in one round everyone has to use fire. He has to get hit once by fire.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
But I mean, I don't think it's bad if we all have at least, I think 2 backup fire and or acid will be perfect with what Sirio's got.
I'm going to need you to make a flamethrower, Brad. Go ahead and reverse engineer something and
There's a cauterizing torch, but that's just for healing.
Cauterizing torch.
So I'm sitting here realizing that I don't actually know the remaster crafting rules, which were updated in the remaster. I know the legacy crafting rules, which I assume Brad's up on too, since he learned those through Mitch. But I mean, look, you can make a 4 batch of alchemical bombs every 4 days. So do you guys want to take a week or 8 days and craft 4 batches of 4 acid flasks and 4 fire flasks?
Yeah.
Alchemist fire.
Yep. Let's do that.
Yeah. Really, since they're weak to it, you just need something that does 1 fire.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. It's literally just like throw a match at them when they're done.
Yeah. Well, that's the nice thing about the flasks too, is that, I mean, they do the bombs, they do splash damage, even on a miss.
Yeah.
So you can just get a point of fire or acid on them. The acid flasks, they do persistent damage. So like they don't front load their damage. They just do 1 acid or a D6 of persistent acid damage every round, which really ramp up on trolls too. So
Bash would have gone to town with acid splash at this party.
Yeah. Who?
Too bad.
Is that a wrestling reference?
No, Bashk, not Kritala.
Oh, Bashk, not Kritala. I'm sorry.
Way back. Turn the way back machine.
Now I'm really sad.
I forgot about Bashk Trand.
Wow. Now I'm really sad.
Wow.
Every time you walk into town and see Trand
and Dundry Sundries.
Yeah. Nowadays, everybody want to talk like they got something to say.
They forgot about Bash K.
I forgot about Bash K. God damn it. I'm such an idiot.
Okay, so we're making 4 bombs of either acid or fire.
4 bombs total. So 1 bomb each, right? Or 1 flask.
You're doing a 4-pack of fire and a 4-pack of acid. Yep. That's my understanding.
What's the fire one called? Sorry.
Alchemist fire.
Alchemist fire.
Now, I mean, you're crafting is so out of control at this point. I mean, the check is nominal, and I'm not looking for crafting checks from Mitch, but you just can't buy these things in Fort Trand yet because it's a level 1 settlement. So I would think you just have to craft them.
Yep, that makes sense.
It's a level 2 settlement, isn't it?
As a level 2 settlement,
it is a level 2.
I stand corrected. It is. Yeah.
Does that make a difference with those though?
Well, I guess you could probably at this point buy level 1 alchemical items here, but I don't know if you want level 1 alchemical bombs. Sure, but my assumption is you probably want to go for the level 3, which
I want whatever Mitch is making. The
alchemist.
I just pointed out that you were wrong.
Fire is way better.
Was really the important part of that.
2d8 fire damage, 2 persistent fire damage, and 2 splash damage.
Like it.
So let's do our quick recap. I really appreciated the conversion of the Grigori debate into the Grigori trial, and I was persuaded heavily by your point that anytime anyone raises any kind of grievance with your leadership, you're not going to go out into the town square and hold a debate, right? So it seems totally reasonable to me that you said to Grigori, yeah, I'll debate you, but in reality, armed with the knowledge that he was treasonous, you then locked him up, which I thought was pretty cool. Town was totally into it. A couple checks were rolled. It all went well. Real, again, just persuasive leadership, and I was totally into it.
And I just want to call it again how well you took it.
Yep.
How well you took what we did. You took it right in stride, and you just rolled with it. And that, to me, that's just a mark of a good GM.
Wow.
So thank you.
Jesus, Donnie.
Yeah.
Wow. Thanks. I'll give you 20 more gold pieces.
He's tired of getting toons killed.
I don't want to make you more character, and I like Og, Jonas, and Tompton.
All right. and you made this commitment to your citizens that you would stamp out this trollish threat that is quickly emerging to the south. Let's go over again what you know about Hargulka's lair. You know that Elga Vernier has told you that she once came across a young Hargulka, and told you that Hargulka is intelligent enough to speak with, but that he's evil and that peace probably isn't possible between your two communities. You learned from Howl of the North Wind, the warg who you killed, the warg that ate Hoot, that Hargulka is out trying to recruit other beings around you, other non-humans. You know, Howl of the North was one such person that Hargulka was trying to recruit. And of course, you've learned from the two kobold spies that Hargulka and his group of trolls have taken out other small communities in the past and have killed people and or enslaved them. So this is a bad deal.
So it's not just going to be a cave full of trolls. Like, it sounds like it's going to be a mixture of everything nasty.
A cornucopia of bad things.
Let me look at the map.
Vocabulary today, Donnie, is really. I'm digging
Let's
it.
go to the map.
Cornucopia?
Yeah, that's a
pretty
great
common.
word.
That's a Thanksgiving thing.
I'm looking here at Hargulka's lair, and I see trolls. That's it. That's the end of the sentence.
Sweet.
There are trolls in the troll lair.
There are trolls. Now, okay, so 8 days of downtime elapse as these alchemical bombs are made. What else? What other preparations are we making, or what is the downtime like for everybody else?
I'm out in the fields working with the newly acquired pig, getting him ready so he's not sleeping in the car or off finding food when the fights go down.
How are you training pig?
I'm just we're just out hunting. We're killing other animals.
Playing catch.
What about the king?
Yeah, so Sirio's goal is to keep all the citizenry, like, just busy. Because I think part of the reason why old Greg was able to rabble-rouse so easily is because I think some people were sitting on their hands. And if you got nothing to do, you're going to find something to do. So, yeah, making sure Mary is, tasking people with building up fortifications and tidying up the town a little bit, making it look good. Nice. Not that I'm worried about an attack, but it's good to have defenses, and it gives people something to do and to, rally around and, have a common thing with each other.
I like that. Julianus and Tompton's 8 days of downtime. How does this character spend downtime?
Yeah, he's been spending time. He found the library, and he's been reading up on trolls and just really learning as much as he can about what he's going into. So
I don't think Fort Trand has a library.
Yeah, because I was like, where did you find the library?
When I say library, like he's just been walking around to people's houses and been like, excuse me, do you guys have any books on trolls? Like maybe you bought an encyclopedia set and you got the letter T. I would like to borrow that if I could. So that's what he's been doing. He's just been walking around like fucking bumming books off people.
You're looking for the Encyclopedia Volume T.
Volume T.
To look up trolls.
And I'm sure Jubilost has, some volumes with him.
So it's funny. So Og ran into Jubilost, and he started calling him. He's like, excuse me, plagiarist, no scruples. Yeah. So he's got a nickname for this guy. Like, he has zero respect for this guy. It's a bad deal.
So you don't want to read his books?
I don't.
Jubilost Narthropple's writings are peer-reviewed.
They're not. It's sad. I think
well,
it's
yeah, all 8 of his peers.
Right.
I mean, -1. 7 of his peers.
All 7 of his peers.
I am the 5th dentist. God damn it.
That doesn't recommend the. I see what you're saying. All right. So, Cool. 8 days of downtime. We got people working. Aug's wandering around looking for books. Tries out killing animals
Frolicking in the forest. I'm like up to my fucking elbows in potions right now. Like,
Mitch is brewing potions.
God.
Aug gets done reading a book every day and then walks up to Mitch. He's like, "Did you finish my stuff yet?"
The zero check, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I think that's downtime well spent.
I think so.
All right. What's next?
Let's hit the road.
I want to kill some trolls.
But this isn't like just down the road. This is a frickin' 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hex trek.
Well, we
wow.
need to explore 2 hexes on the way there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what route are you going to take? Are you going to try to hit some unexplored hexes on the way, or do you want to take a route where you're just going to go straight to the Stronghold?
No, I think on the way there's some unexplored hexes. I think we should like kind of
Yeah, we can
run
take
through
an
those.
extra day or two and
Yeah.
hit some places we haven't been.
Okay. Are you taking horses or are you taking the whip?
I'm
Donkeys.
really glad you call it the whip now.
The whip.
Yeah, I think we take the whip. 'Cause
Absolutely.
Didn't we do like a little bit of homebrew, like we can craft in there if we need to?
Yeah, we have a
I'll
crafting
drive.
table
Give
in
me
the
the
back.
keys. Give me the keys.
There's a what's those things called that you can put somebody's head in and pop their eye out?
Whoa,
vice.
What?
A
Yeah,
vice.
vice.
There you go. There's a vice in the back. Some fucking pliers. It's perfect.
Brad,
Duct tape?
yes, you can craft on the road if we're following the camping rules.
Okay.
Because I think
Right.
you've got the downtime during the campsite
Right.
stuff. I think.
Well, and with the steam trolley, we'll be able to more easily carry away all of the fancy loot we're going to get.
yes. What NPC are we taking with us?
And Ukandeu or
Whoa, yeah.
Yep. And dog.
Ikundeo and dog.
Dog and pig.
Dog and pig.
Let's get all of the animal NPCs out there so we have just like 18 things to control during combat. I want to bring Lindsay.
We can't. We need Ukandeu.
I know, but I want to bring Lindsay because she can like. Can Lindsay come as like a flavor NPC? Like she's not going to do anything, but she's going to like record what we're doing.
Yeah.
Like just be there as our bard.
You don't have to take Ikundeo if you don't want to.
No.
Does Ikundeo love to kill trolls? Yup.
I think he would be. Is he good at killing trolls?
Yup.
That's what we need.
There, yeah.
We need people that are there to chew bubblegum and kill trolls. And bubblegum hasn't been invented yet.
I was going through the alchemical stuff. It has. There's bubblegum in the.
There is.
The treasure vault. Yeah, they added bubblegum.
Wow.
You can blow a bubble with it and it does sonic damage. I'm not even fucking lying.
Okay.
Ridiculous.
I would like a pack, please.
You approach Ikun, who's milling around the settlement. He kind of comes and goes, as you know. He happened to be here recently for the debate/trial. Maybe he came for it, maybe he didn't, you're not sure. But he certainly heard you about Hargulka. And as I think, I suspect this is maybe confusing for our listeners, but Hargulka and the Troll Reavers, you're not sure whether they're related or not. The Troll Reavers are who killed his family and friends and everything, right? But it ultimately doesn't matter that much to Ikundeo. He thinks that if these are associated with the Reavers, great. If these are not associated with the Reavers, maybe they can help him find the Reavers, right? As you approach him to go, he goes, "Good. Yes, I will accompany you with my dog, whose name is still Dog."
His name is Dog.
And then he looks at Dry and he says, What is your boar's name?"
Pig. His name is Pig.
"Very good. It's good. Dog, pig." And they're smelling each other's assholes. Dog and pig.
Why do you got to make it weird?
They just are.
Why do you got to make it weird?
That's what they do,
just,
man. They're
that's what
animals.
animals do.
But why did you have to describe it that way?
That's just what they're going to. They're
No,
going in a
you didn't
circle
have to
right
describe
now.
it that way.
Haven't you listened to the Bloodhound Gang? This is what they do.
I think that Dog and Pig together comprise the Bloodhound Gang.
Yes, there it is.
You guys load into the whip, and you leave Fort Trand. And your citizens are waving. Amiri and Lindsay appear to be in charge, with Harim kind of there as well. And you head west. This travel begins sort of uneventful. You're following the Skunk River. You encounter the place where you saved Jubilos Narthropple and his gnomes. You then pass Millian's area, where you can see where she's used the 5 feather tokens to create 5 new trees, which are just about as big as the 200-year-old trees. You're not sure quite what her damage was with all of this, but it's like whatever. You go through Teresia's Grove, and then, as I understand it, based upon the route that we've discussed, you veer southwest.
Yes.
Down into the Gnarl Marches. This is a more dangerous area. You've not spent a ton of time in the Gnarl Marches. You'll recall the last time you went into the Gnarl Marches, remember you fought those 3 plant people? This is before you went and fought the Technic League. You might remember you triggered that random encounter with 3 plant people, and that was when Drycolme went crazy, and then his vision, the whole vision thing happened. That happened
that's when we did the
Gnarl
whole
Marches.
different
Gnarls,
dimensions and planes and shit, right?
Of course. And everybody loved it when we did that.
Everybody was like, that was the best part of the entire podcast.
Everyone loved that homebrew. I stand by it.
I thought it was exceptional.
Thank you. We veer into the Gnarl Marches, and in the Gnarl Marches, the encounters at this point are meaningful. So we are going to begin thinking about random encounters, and I'm going to begin resolving whether you get a random encounter at night. We're back to baseline questing. We're back to baseline exploration at this point, and I've never been more excited. It's going to take us maybe 7 or 8 episodes to reach Hargulka's Stronghold. I don't know what to tell you guys. We're going to ride this out. We're going to really milk this. So in to the Gnarl Marches. The terrain itself does change a little bit. You can see now why the Greenbelt and the Gnarl Marches are 2 different areas, according to explorers that have come before you. The Gnarl Marches are a lot more soggy than the Greenbelt. A lot more flooding happens in the Gnarl Marches. The ground is a lot more soppy, and you often find yourselves having to stop and pull the whip out of mud. You walk around in mud. You lose your boots in the mud, like the principal and Ferris Bueller's Day Off near the end. All the kinds of shit is going on, and it is horrible here.
Mosquitoes. Well, actually, now we're in winter time still, so there's probably not mosquitoes, right?
Yeah. I guess it is the winter, isn't it? Jeez, I keep forgetting that it's the goddamn winter. Well, it's still it's been a little unseasonably warm. It's still shitty out here, right? It's shitty, but you're wearing probably. I mean, you've got your heavy winter gear packed, but you're probably wearing kind of your light winter gear at this point. You cross into the Gnarl Marches into this hex, and you bed down then for the night. We're not going to do a full-blown camping session here. We have decided that we're going to do one before Hargulka's Stronghold, so you guys have the opportunity to try to get a food buff for that dungeon. But I need to understand what the watch order is, and I need perception checks for that watch order.
Mitch will take first watch.
I'll go second.
I'll take the Chris. Do you want to take the third? I'll take the fourth.
I'll go last.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take the third.
And Ikundeo's in there too. Does he go third? Maybe
third. Yeah.
Okay.
18 for first watch.
Okay. Perception check then from second watch.
Natural 19.
Okay, Ikundeo. Ooh. Natural 2 from Ikundeo.
Don't.
Don't. Drycolme.
15.
Okay. All right. And Sirio, Xavier Surtova.
23.
Ooh, pretty
Nice.
good. Pretty good. You take the final watch, okay? And as you take the final watch, the sun is barely beginning to come up. It is dawn, right? And you're sitting there in the Gnarl Marches, keeping your wits about you. You know this is a dangerous place. And your fox kit emerges from your messenger bag. And he approaches you. Cleo, I believe, is his name. His name or her name?
Female.
Cleo comes and sits on your lap, which has never happened before, I don't think. Is that true?
No, that has not happened.
Well, let me rewind it then for a moment. Cleo comes to you and makes as if that's what she wants to do. What do you do?
I kind of hold open the messenger bag, like for her to jump back in.
No, she's still coming. She wants onto that lap. Spray bottles. What do you?
Spray bottles. Nah, bad kitty. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Because I think the familiar abilities I've prepared are partner in crime and something else. So, like, we can't really talk yet. And I don't really pick up too well on animal body language. They don't really have the same universal signals that we have as people. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess I'd pick her up because it's still my watch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess I pick her up and just kind of look around.
Oh, so yeah, make a secondary perception check triggered by Cleo's behavior.
21.
It's quiet. Don't see anything, but your fox kid is just being weird. Just wants to. It's not even that cold, but the kid wants you, like wants to be close to you, to sit and like cuddle up. It's weird.
Yeah, that is kind of weird. Yeah, so I kind of stuff her back in the messenger bag because it's like, I don't know.
Okay. Your colleagues wake up. It is the morning. Do you search this hex?
Did we want to do that? I think we probably ought to. So
Yeah,
Yeah, we got to explore.
Yep.
We're here.
Perception
Absolutely.
checks to do so then.
12.
27.
Bill, what's going on, man?
I just saved my rolls for battles.
26 for Og. Jules
And 28.
You're combing your way through the gnarl marches. You're convinced at this point that no one has been here in many, many years. You don't see any evidence of, the constant poachers and trappers and hunters that maybe you would see throughout the Greenbelt. People don't come here, so it's dangerous. You feel lucky that you haven't run into anything yourself so far. It always starts with the way that the trees and the wind move, creating an ability for you to kind of look a little further into the distance, only for that distance view to be changed by the weaving of the trees and the wind and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And anyone that rolled over a 25, at a certain point during the day, you can't help but wonder, is there a structure just over the hill over there? And you see it again, and you see it again, and eventually you become convinced that there is indeed a structure, and it looks as though it might be a castle, a literal castle, buried deep in the muck of the gnarl marches.
So, like, submerged? Like, we can see, like maybe the top of the towers? Or, like, what do we see that tells us that?
Well, as you begin to approach a little bit more, it looks like it is a large circular castle with then 4 towers that encircle a main taller tower. Looks like kind of a defensive keep.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
as
wow.
you get closer and closer, it looks as if it's been abandoned for who knows how long. Any wood that once formed shingles or window covers has long rotted away. And what you're left with is ruined stone. You're about 100 yards away from it at this point. There's still many trees and other things in between you and the keep, but it's unmistakable at this point. You found some sort of keep deep in the gnarl marches.
Like an abandoned keep, it seems.
We're claiming this hex for sure.
Yeah. Free castle. What's up?
Yeah.
Can we explore it?
Yeah,
Or, like,
we
go
should
around the
definitely
perimeter,
check
at
out
least.
the inside. And how far away this is this from the trolls that we're sort of?
Two
We're quite a
hexes.
bit away, right?
I mean, you're 2 hexes north from Hargulka's stronghold.
So we're not expecting trolls inside here, but maybe something.
You never know.
Yeah.
A ruined keep looms out of the forest. 4 circular towers sprout from the cracked walls. Twisting vines and thick moss cover the walls in a coat of verdant green, blending the ruins almost seamlessly into the surrounding woods. The overgrown remains of a path lead to an open, arched gateway, gaping in the keep's eastern wall, its doors long since rotted away.
Well, cool. Do we want to waltz Hey Diddle Diddle right up the middle, or do we want to scout out a bit? Maybe scout around the around the thing.
I think somebody with some decent perception should look for tracks around this thing, see if anything's been coming and going. Like if we're, like I'm assuming that we've kind of walked around to where this gaping hole of a gate is that you're describing. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to see it. So
I'll take a perception check to search around the circumference of the keep.
Mitch sees nothing but trees at this point.
Dry's looking at his feet.
Let's send Ikendeo and Dog.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I got a 21 if that helps at all for perception.
And Sirio's not going to walk around the perimeter. He's just kind of going to focus on the main gate there. Oh, and I got a 31.
Oh, I like that.
Some evidence, perhaps, of animals here, but you don't see any, like, foot traffic or anything. I mean, this looks long abandoned to you.
Let's scope it out.
Yep. Yeah. Who's driving Ikendeo? Who got?
I'm happy to do it. I got his character sheet up. You guys want me to roll for him?
Yeah, go ahead, Brad.
Okay.
Maybe you'll roll good for somebody.
All right, I'm going to give him the white die, and I'm going to take the rainbow die. All right. Do you want me to give him have a perception check for him too?
Yes.
All right. Let's see what Ikendeo sees.
Got faith in you, Brad.
Ikendeo is focused on the same trees that Mitch was focused on.
So everyone's just standing next to each other, pointing at the bark.
Yeah.
Let's you and I have a conversation as Mitch and Ikendeo about the trees. Carnivorous, for sure. These trees.
No,
I don't see a deciduous in sight.
No, I don't think they eat meat.
Did I mispronounce that? And look at the ground. You can't dig down into this. It's clay. Just mere feet below. This would be a terrible place to farm.
It's a little dirty. Yeah.
No, what? Dirty? Sirio, you yourself, the king, are looking at the gate, and you see the tripwire. Turns out it is not safe. There's a trip line under the arch. You follow it up to where the line originates from the top, and you realize that there is a portcullis, heavy door, that if you were to walk and disturb the trip line, the portcullis would slam shut, doing heavy damage. Maybe someone has been here.
Yeah. I kind of point this out to everyone and say, hey, it's rigged for something. I can try to disable it, but I have a feeling, Og, you may be better at this.
Possibly.
What kind of check would that be?
Thievery check?
Thievery.
Yeah, Og, you get a better look at it. You realize, you could disable this with a thievery check, but if you critically fail, the portcullis is going to slam shut, and this keep is going to be locked.
Ooh. I mean, I'm an expert. I just didn't know if you were like a thievy rogue.
I'm a plus 12.
Okay. Yeah, I'm plus 12 as well.
Okay. Let's see what Og does.
You guys want to work together with an aid?
Yeah, let's work together.
Yeah.
I will assist. You call for the tools, and I'll hand them over. So you can focus all on the trap.
King Sirio, I'm going to try to, if you would help me with this, I would greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Ooh. Did you aid?
Yeah, I'm aiding.
So, plus 2, right? With an aid?
Yep.
Total of 17.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a tweener.
Are we inside this or outside this? What you guys are?
You are outside.
Fuck.
You know, you're fussing with the cord, the tripwire. You kind of you kind of like you're pricking a harp string. It goes doom, and it looks like you're about to trip the fucking thing, but it's not quite a crit fail.
Oh,
you do not trigger the trap.
Yikes!
Yeah, and I kind of step in and say,
that was close.
Og, let me give it a shot.
Maybe I'm spending too much time describing.
We'll try to do better.
Describing the trap and historical facts about it. Yeah.
Yeah, this is interesting. I've never seen one rigged this way
Exactly.
before.
Like, as you know, in 1792.
Og, you pass the thieves' tools to the king.
Yeah, I'm like,
I will aid Sirio.
Excuse me, Sirio, would you maybe try this? I'm a little distracted.
Yeah, we'll give it a shot here. With the aid, I got a 26.
Nice.
There you go.
DC 25.
Hey, there we go.
Thievery check. You are able to lock the portcullis into place. And then after that, you are able to disconnect the tripwire and safe. You enter the courtyard. A graceful tower rises out of the keep's central courtyard, now overgrown with bushes, undergrowth, and several sizable trees. Like the outer walls, the tower is draped with vines and creepers, and several small plants have taken up residence on ledges and in cracks along its sides. So, again, to describe where you're at right now, you're in this large courtyard with the keep walls circling around you. And then in the center is another central tower, which it looks like you could enter.
Are there any platforms or walkways connecting the wall to the central tower?
No.
All right, yeah, well, we can search around this courtyard here, maybe check out the walls to see if they're defensible in case we need to hole up in here. After that, I think we can venture into this tower.
To clarify, there are 4 sub-towers around the circumference of the walls, too. So really, it's 5 towers, right? There's a northwest, a northeast, a southwest, and the southeast tower. And then in the middle, there's this middle tower. So it looks like there are 5 destinations here in this keep.
Well, are they all the same size? Or is there one, is like the center tower larger?
It's larger.
Okay.
For sure. And
So
the center tower looks like it's maybe 2 stories tall.
Okay.
The ones on the circumference are 1 story.
1 room. Okay.
It looks like.
I say we clear those real quick. Do a clockwise kind of rotation around the courtyard. Check each one, starting with the northeast and go south.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Sure.
Standard, breaching protocol.
Should we stack in the doors?
Kicking the door down, throwing a alchemist fire in there.
Alchemist fire.
So who's going into the northeast tower?
All of us.
I'll go.
We're all going up there.
Dry Colme. So 1 person can fit through at a time. Dry.
All right.
The door.
I'm going to check for traps. Jesus.
You're going to check for traps? Okay, roll a perception check.
22.
No, looks fine to you.
Of course it does.
But you hear rustling behind the door, okay? And this is a shitty door. I mean, it's dark inside that tower for the most part. It's like afternoon, right? The sun's not shining directly down into this thing anymore. It's dim. It's just like dimmish, darkish light down in there. This door doesn't really meaningfully do anything to block anyone from coming in and out of this, except it does obscure your vision a little bit. But as you're examining the door, you hear this rustling sound, and then you look down at your feet. And to your dismay, swarms of rats begin erupting under the threshold, encircling all around you, breaching out towards your party mates. Roll for initiative.
Uh-oh. Why'd it have to be rats?
Dry Colme,
Yes.
what's your initiative?
26.
Sirio.
25.
Ooh. Og.
Not great. I rolled a 1 for a total of 10.
That's as low as you can roll.
That is as low as I can roll.
Maybe Og doesn't like rats?
Yeah, he's freaked out, maybe.
Mitchell.
Mitch has a 20 for initiative, and Ikendeo has a 15.
Thank you. Dry Colme, it is your turn, and as you can see from the beautiful map that I've created here, the rat swarm, I like to call Swarm A, is already in your space, but it is your turn. They have not started to bite at your toes yet. What do you do?
So if I hunt prey, it's the whole swarm, right?
Yeah.
I'm not just picking I want that rat right there with the green tail. That son of a bitch.
I'd let you interpret that either way. If there's one particular rat in that swarm that you want to take down, I would let you do it.
No, I'm just going to hunt prey on the whole swarm.
Sure.
And then I'm going to swing at it.
Okay. All right, with the Aldori dueling sword.
I'm going to roll an 18 plus fucking a bunch. 13, so that's 31.
Who just crit a swarm?
What? That guy did.
Swarm critter.
Hey, swarm critter.
Who just crit a swarm? What? All right, do some damage, sir.
26.
Okay. What?
26. I'm using the dice roller on Path Builder because I always miss shit.
No, I'm just going, wow. You guys watch as Dry Colme sweeps his Aldori dueling sword across the ground and kills most of the rats in the swarm. But it is still active.
Jeez.
But, oh my.
I'm going to roll again with the map, so it's 5 off, right?
Yeah, man.
That's a 16 on the die, so plus 8. is, I don't fucking know, 24.
Yeah.
Math was real hard there for a second.
Well, and as you're just under such pressure fighting this rat swarm. That's a hit as well. Roll damage.
Just regular damage is 10.
Okay.
wait a minute.
Did you include some precision damage in that first damage roll?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Here, I'm just gonna roll damage. We'll just miss it because I screwed it up. But the second damage is 22.
Oh, the second damage is 22,
Yeah.
and you're not taking that extra D8 of precision damage.
On the first one, I did because I missed it. I'm paying a stupid tax on it.
Oh,
but
okay.
The second one I did take it.
Okay. Well, no tax needed because swarms are immune to precision damage anyway.
Okay.
So here's the deal. Even with the resistance to physical damage that a swarm has, you in 2 hits have exceeded the health point total of Swarm A, and Swarm A goes down.
Wow.
Wow.
You just sliced up a bunch of rats.
You just sliced up a bunch of rats.
That had to look pretty cool. Like just 2 swings of a sword and like 12 rats
I
died.
just imagine Dry just rolling his eyes and be like, rats. I fucking fought a statue that looked like Yog Sothoth beneath Candlemere Island. Rats. And you just fucking kill him. Sirio, it's your turn.
I'm gonna kick one towards Mitchell. Go ahead, Chris.
I'm going to delay my action until after Mitchell goes.
Mitchell, looks like you could run ahead of Dry, and there's another rat swarm in there.
There is. I'm going to run in through the door and then kind of off to the side here and do my patented move, and I'm going to roll 5d6.
Oh my god, I'm going to make a reflex
Now it's a
save.
competition.
All right, that's a fail. Why don't you just roll your damage?
There's a couple of 6s in there. 10, 16 damage.
16 damage with the weakness to area damage. That is a heavy blow to the swarm, but the swarm is still up. Anything else from you? Oh, I guess make your unstable check.
Yep. That's a pass, not a crit pass, but a pass. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. No, that's a natural 18. So that is a critical pass. I can do unstable actions again.
Okay, all right. It is Rat Swarm B's turn, unless Syria wants to hop in.
I delayed until after Mitch, so I'll move up into the doorway here. And with the rejuvenating flames, I'm gonna tag both Mitch and Rat Swarm B with a little bit of fire damage here.
Ooh.
9 fire damage.
And
Nice.
Mitch and the king have together taken down this second rat swarm. They were getting ready to swarm all over Mitch, and I just know that Brad was going to fail his filth fever disease fort save.
Filth fever.
God. Filth fever. Filth fever. But the rat swarm is gone.
Wow.
And that
Hell of a job,
That's
guys.
a little success right there, guys. That was great.
little
Yeah.
fight there. A couple elite rat swarms, couple level 2 swarmish combatants that got dipped into this dungeon.
I'd like to check
interesting.
and search each of the rat bodies for loot.
You don't find any, but you find evidence that bodies have been dumped into this tower.
Gross.
Lovely.
You see some pelvises, you see some skulls, ribs, arms, some humans, some dwarves.
Oh.
Maybe some fae corpses. A lot of interesting stuff in here.
Are there any buck-bottom satyrs?
No, you find a buck top satyr.
Let's get the other half and complete the set.
But I don't. Yeah, in my
And
version
they're
of
all
Galarian,
chewed up from rat swarm, right? They're ugh.
Yeah, in my version of Galarian, a satyr can have a buck top and a man bottom, which
Oh, Jesus.
What?
it's
incredible.
50-50 what you get.
This is my horse.
Obviously,
My
there's
horse
one you'd
is
want,
amazing.
But then again, I don't know. Maybe having a man bottom would be more familiar to the 5 of us. I don't know.
So this tower, is it just like...
Oh, sorry. You ready to move on?
An open column, or are there any walkways or paths to the wall, or is that it?
It is an open column reaching to the sky, again, about 20 feet up. And up at the top, you see evidence that there used to be a wooden ceiling / roof that is long rotted away, as you can see clear air.
Okay. Just a bunch of corpses, no gear. Dirt.
Yeah.
Dead rats.
Yeah, just a bunch of corpses, no gear.
Okay.
All right.
Dirt.
Next
So
tower.
let's move to the next one.
Yeah, let's sift through that mess.
As Dry's walking away, he's going to pick up a rat, and he's going to go pig, and he's going to throw it to him and keep walking.
He goes, starts eating it. What are your perception difficulty classes?
17 on Ikendeo is a 20.
Cereal.
22.
Dry.
21.
Og.
19.
Okay. As you walk out of the northeastern tower, you catch an interesting sight. Dancing lights, a cantrip that Sirio and probably Og would know all about, are kind of circling and dancing around the interior of the courtyard, spinning, spiraling up and down, moving behind the central tower, then back into view, then behind, then back into view. They're so bright because it's outside, the sun's still shining, but you can see these little orbs of light encircling around. But you don't see the source. What could be causing this? What do you do?
We've moved to investigate. What else?
I'm just going to equip his longbow.
Okay, your bow comes out, and you hear a voice. Help. I'm behind the tower. I'm hurt. Help me.
Don't fall for it. Can I do a perception check
Yeah.
to see if I don't know what I'm perceiving, like if I think it's real, or is it real?
Yeah, roll a perception check.
17.
Yeah, I mean, it's real. It's coming from behind the tower. I mean, logically, there could be someone there. There's a voice coming from behind the tower.
The tower
Like
we just
a place
walked out
where
of?
you haven't really seen before.
The tower we just walked out of?
Now, the central tower.
Oh, okay.
So it's like blocked from view in the center of the courtyard. Trying to signal you. Help me.
Yeah, I don't really recognize this as one of the universal signals, so I'm gonna call out and say we're over here. You can come to us and we'll help you.
I can't move. My legs, they're gone.
Your legs are gone?
It looks like there's not much we'll be able to do to help you.
Does it smell like almonds?
So you guys are giving this injured person crying for help shit is basically what I'm hearing right now.
Yeah,
It doesn't sound very believable, that's all.
Yeah,
Because really, to Sirio, dancing lights seems kind of illusionary, tricksy. Not really a proper light source or any kind of flare or something.
So Chris, you and I have a history together, right? Of me starting encounters with you in harm's way. Is that fair to say? And I'll admit that a lot of that has been inadvertent in the past, but I'm going to let you know that the creature that we're about to deal with really likes stabbing people that don't wear armor. So when it walked around invisible, trying to trick you guys into separating, trying to trick you into going around to the other side of the tower, using a ventriloquism spell, using dancing lights, you guys didn't fall for it. This mystery creature, it pissed him off. And you know what he thought to himself? He thought to himself, I'm going to walk around using my invisibility spell, and I'm going to stab that fucking sorcerer.
Yeah.
And that is what occurs. I need everybody to make perception checks right now. Draco
27.
Sirio.
28.
28.
Wow. Guys,
Mitch.
Mitch has a 21. Ikendeu has a 23.
You guys are rolling hot.
Double digits.
Og.
Natural 20 for a 29.
Oh my god. Stacked. And I get a roll. Okay. Alright.
His stealth's like 37 or something.
With a natural 12 and a stealth modifier of plus 17, I have scored a 29 in initiative, which has tied Hogjulinus and Tomden.
Does it go to the modifier then?
That's just
It does
terrible.
not. It does
Goes
not.
to the runner.
When a bad guy and a good guy tie in Pathfinder 2, the enemy wins.
Boo.
Per se.
But, I mean, enemy is just whoever side you're on. Like, Og
From a certain point of view.
Yeah.
Og is the enemy.
From my creature's point of view, he would have then lost initiative since he thinks he's the good guy. Is that what the point you're trying
Yes,
to? Is that the point you're making? That makes sense to me. But no, a 12 over here, stealth modifier of 17. If my math is correct, that's a 29.
Ouchies.
So I have 1 initiative. All right. What's your armor class there, sir? Chris?
It's
Sirio,
21.
Xavier. 21.
But I guess if it's off guard, I lose what? -2?
Two.
So yeah, 19. A whole 19.
19. Pretty good chance of me rolling a crit on you just now, but I did not. I rolled simply a hit. I need, please, a fortitude save from you.
Fortitude save.
I know.
So that short sword, like, did I get stabbed in the tuchus or something else?
The short sword that is pierced through the veil appears to be dosed with poison.
Wonderful. I got a 14 on my fort save.
Oh.
No.
I'm a sorcerer. What do you expect?
I know.
All right. But you know what? The damage itself coming off this thing, maybe not too bad. 9 damage to the
That's not
king.
bad.
Hey.
Not bad. You're all right. 9 damage to the king. And you turn around. By the way, I noticed Tuchus. I liked your rendition of Tuchus as well.
I tried.
You turn around and there's a little alien-looking fae in front of you. He's wearing a formal little jacket with some epaulets. He's got a jaunty little belt on, some leather pants. He kind of looks alien. He's got 4 fingers on each hand, 2 toes on each foot. He's got some tendrils coming off his head like in a mohawk. Beautiful earrings, but the thing that is most striking about him is his skin tone. He looks almost greenish bronze. His clothing, his face, his beady little eyes, and the last thing you remember thinking to yourself is, that's a nice little cravat this guy is wearing. We're going to resolve the rest of this Fey creature, this assassin's turn during our next game. Thanks for being a good sport, guys. About the stealth checks, if I had to list the things in life that are fun for players, stealth attacks from hidden enemies is probably way down at the bottom. So I'm going to give a hero point that we don't use to Sirio.
Nice.
Thanks, guys.
Not too bad.
And I'm afflicted with something.